Hi all, how are you going? Welcome me, Redsky, here on another round of Righteous Readings, where I give raw righteous readings to you guys, my beautiful avid viewers. How are you all doing? I hope you're having an exceptional day, week, weekend, wherever you are on the grind of the cycle of life. I hope you're having the most high vibrational one and enjoying it to your most fullest of potential and just giving it a kick-ass shot. Why the hell not? Life's too short for anything else. Hello, Scrubby Bubby. She's very interested in the stones I have here because I have a pick a card reading for you. I have 5 beautiful options here for you to choose from, and the timestamps will be in the comments stripped down below for the correlated stone of your choice. Now, these are messages that we are going to ring in for 2024. So this is a prevalent message for each of the groupings that we should take from 2023. A message of understanding, a message of what we've learned from this year and what we should therefore take into 2024. So let me reiterate. These are messages for guidance for you going into 2024 about what we've learned through 2023, our experience, and what we need to know therefore going into 2024. So it's a little bit of the 2 years meshing together. The past going into with the present moving forward. Now, I've had lots of comments about the nails. Yes, the spider webs with the little gold spiders on a black back. I love them. A friend of mine gave them to me. So, hope we're going to be able to see this nice crystal clear. So we have 5 groupings, ladies and gentlemen. The first grouping is a beautiful turquoise stone. Beautiful green limestone. And it's actually got some beautiful gold almost shining through like my fingernail there. It's gorgeous. That's group 1, turquoise. Group 2, we have the stock standard, but it is a beautiful stone nevertheless. It's of course a rose quartz. So group 2 is rose quartz. Group 3, I don't know what this stone is called. If you know, let me know in the comments down below. It's a beautiful grey blue stone. Now, if I could please get a good view of this beautiful stone. Beautiful grey blue stone there. Group 3. Group 4 is another well-known stone. It's amethyst. Beautiful amethyst there. Group 5. This is a deep blue stone with silver through it. I do believe it's a lapis or whatever you call it. But, you know, I could be wrong. I'm not a gemstone specialist by any means. So there's your 5 groupings, ladies and gentlemen. First is the turquoise green. Second is the rose quartz pink. Third is the beautiful blue grey stone there. Number 4 is your amethyst, of course, your purple. And your 5th and final is the deep blue, which I believe is a lapis. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Timestamps will be in the comment strip down below, so you can skip straight to your group reading. Don't forget, whoops. If you're green, you want to get out of here real fast. You're the first one out the gate, but we're not doing that just yet. So just remember, keep in mind, these are messages of lessons that we should take from 2023 to lead into 2024. And I hope you have had a very good 2023 as we move into the energy of now 2024. I hope it gets better than the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. Group 1, the beautiful green turquoise stone. Batter up. Okay, group 1, the beautiful green turquoise stone. You will be the first in line to have this reading of information learnt from 2023, which we should lead into 2024. What is of high prevalence? What do we need to know? But most importantly, give us a clue as to what will be on futures cards. Now, I might even use different decks for these rounds of readings for each of the groups. Your grouping, I'm going to use beautiful greenback deck that I always use for the channel. I love this deck. It's amazing, I must admit. I'm trying to think of what it's called. It will come to me in a minute. I can't think at the moment right now. No, you're not it. You're not it. It will come to me. Group 1, the turquoise. Messages of lessons learnt through 2023 that we should know leading into 2024. What does this grouping need to know? King of Cups reversed. Any other information for group 1, please? Lessons learnt from 2023 that we need to lead. Oh God, a King of Pentacles reversed. 2 Kings reversed coming through. lessons learned from 2023 and what we should know going into 2024 year. Oh, wow. On earth. Oh, there's going to be a real change here, especially if you've got two masculine energies hanging around your force field. Because we've got some we've got some tens here too. Eights are very prevalent. Oh, the lovers coming in at the end there. But the only we've only got two majors so far. The Death card, Scorpio, and the Lovers. Gemini at bottom of the deck is, of course, the Hermit reverse, Virgo's major, and underneath that is Taurus's major with the Hierophant. Group 1. All right, your lesson that you should have learned from 2023 is a lot of people might be vying for your attention, but most of these people aren't worth your time. We start out the ring with two kings inverted. You know, these two came popping out so fluently. I think this is a big message here, top row of what 2023 brought for you. Two kings inverted, the cup and the pentacle. One that was corrupted, who wanted to take, and one that was emotionally unstable, crutching, needy, and overly untrustworthy. Both of these are very untrustworthy individuals. The King of Cups reverse is an individual who's emotionally unstable. They don't know their head from their ass. They can't get their shit together. They need to put all of their stuff onto someone else. They need someone to spew life's trauma all over, basically. This is someone that says a lot of stuff too, never follows through. This is someone that's not overly switched on either, someone that is very flighty and just all over the shop, especially in the fields. The King of Pentacles reverse is a son of a... It's a scammer. He's the WhatsApper scammer. Comments down below with the numbers. He is that, you know, SOB in Barbados somewhere, sitting in a lair with a computer, taking money from your account and putting into a bank account in Barbados or some shit. This is the scammer. Absolute scammer. Absolute corrupt son of a bitch. This is an individual that will literally, he don't give a shit who you are, what you are, he'll just take from you. So we've got a very an emotionally unstable individual and someone that's very corrupt. I feel like these are two individuals that you had to deal with through 2023 and you had a gutful pretty quick because there was a death of it. Scorpio's major. With these two individuals, you had a gutful. You had a gutful. These may have been two individuals that were vying for your attention. These could be two children that you have. This could be, you know, an ex-husband, current partner. You know, this is two very different masculine energies, but two that in some ways are kind of from the same pod because of their dysfunctionalness. And they are very, very, very dysfunctional. But the Death card sings to me a clear crystal cut from these individuals. As we came through 2023 and sort of leaned towards the end of it, there was a need to kill it off, I want to say. There will be no sequel here. You made a definitive choice, Group 1, to change from this, to move away from, to not be susceptible to it, or just not to be part of these haze. Final card for message of 2023 is the Ten of Swords reverse. You know, this is being backstabbed beyond desolation. You know, the ending of this was harsh, I want to say. Even though the change came, you got away from the connections, or you put a very strong line in the sand so they couldn't cross it anymore. They couldn't put that shit on you to the degree by what they had done during 2023. You by no means are out of the waters going into 24 with this whole subject, whether it's a person, place, or thing. What you have got is feeling really backstabbed, really abused, maybe really threatened, or just felt like you were thrown under the bus to the degree that, you never thought could happen. But you're really pained by this. This realization or this experience has really left a mark for you, I want to say, Group 1. And you just can't take them swords out your back right now. They are still very much cemented into your back as you go into 2024. It's like the situation may have ended, but by no means have I healed the wounds. They haven't formed scars yet, because I can't get the glass or the bloody swords out my back for my body to heal from it. They're lodged in so deep, it's like you can't get the splintered glass out. It's a pain by which you're still being hurt by, even if the people, places, or things have been removed, if you know what I mean. The message going into 2024, though, starts a different route, because we've got a Page of Cups here. This is you learning like a new child, in a way, to gain skill in love again, in emotion, in connection. You've been hurt, scorned. And moving into 2024, you're trying to not allow this very bitter, very tainted experience with these kings reversed to change the person you are. I feel, Group 1, you are a very warm person. You're very giving, very loving, very emotionally tied to the people, places, and things that you do have in your life. But as we move into 2024 at the beginning, we are very much in the energy of needing to learn to feel again. Pages of that, of learning a skill in the element by which it's reflecting. This is, of course, Cup, which is water energy, which is all about your emotion, your connection, your ties. And we're learning to bring warmth and nurturing energy to that skill with the Queen of Pentacles behind it. Queen of Pentacles is the mother, she's the nurturer, she's the doter, she makes things grow, she gives it all of the time, the nurturing, its nutrients and love and potential. So it grows and manifests into something magnificent. You're learning to love, to feel, to want to be connected again. You're nurturing this idealism. But as we travel through 2024, we do get a little stumped with the Four of Cups. There's lots of options coming through, I feel. But you're not ready to invest in a particular right now. You're trying to learn how to feel it, how it sits with you, how that balances around within you. Because you've been through so much experience. And I feel like people are trying to enforce their cup on you. Like, look at this cup. I'm a good option. I could give you all of this plentifulness. I would never do what the others have done to you. But you're not there yet, because you still kind of have them swords in your back. You're healing and you're nurturing and you're doing all the steps. You're doing you. You're doing good. But I feel like you're not willing to put any fruition, time, or really, in all honesty, attention to any cups that are coming through right now. Because you're busy doing other things. Eight of Pentacles reverse. We don't want to put the skill in it. We don't want to put any skill into any of these options right now, like I just said, because the Eight of Pentacles reverse is behind that. We are not interested in trying to build something, put skill to it, or to develop something here, because we're not there yet. Because we've got burdens, baby. 10 of Wands. We've got many of burdens. We have been so overburdened by this past experience. It's bleeding all over, pissing all over 2024 for you, I'm afraid. And you're scared, because then we have the Eight of Swords. This is feeling imprisoned, especially in one's mind, still in that crisis mode of what if they come back, or what if this repeats, or what if this... But I feel like this is more of a fear than a reality. And when you're going through this, as we're coming out of 2024, something fucking miraculous happens, because we've got Gemini's Major, the Lovers. You not only learn to love yourself, to back yourself, but I feel like someone does come in that could have potential to manifest love or potential commitment within 2025. I know that's so long away, like it's just crazy I'm even saying these words, but it's really not that far. But you got to remember the most important thing about this reading is the underlying energy. If you keep not following your own knowledge, crutching on other people, places and things, you will not gain the wisdom, the counsel, or the commitment by which you really want in this lifetime. You need to trust yourself. You need to be your own guidance. You need to be your own security, and you need to follow your own knowledge, and you need to be your own light system. and not allow anyone else to do that for you. It's all you. And that's what 2023 had tried to teach you a little bit through the experience. You will learn the lesson in 2024 though. And you will become so much more enlightened. You'll trust your own counsel above all else, and your spirituality will flourish through 2024. Throughout all this experience in 2025, you'll be sitting so spiritually invigorated and it's so much more than what you've ever experienced spirituality to be for you before. And trust in self. I want to say trust in self will be so much more prevalent, so much more stronger, and so much more fluent in 2024 and going into 2025. The experience on 2023 has not been lost here. It's still being very much dealt with in 2024, but it is in no way been an experience that wasn't learned from. And the growth by which you will experience this group one. The growth you will obtain from this is going to be sweeter than the sweetest sweet pie. I'm going to have a little break and then we'll come back and do group 2. Okay. Hey everyone, we are up to group 2, the lovely rose quartz. Sorry guys, about 3 days has gone by between that part 1, stone 1, the turquoise, to now the rose quartz. And it is about 3 a.m. here, okay, my local time. So on a very early Thursday morning, Wednesday night, Thursday morning, whatever. Look, rose quartz, let's go. Group 2, let's find out what messages of high prevalence attain to you to remember from 2023 to take with you moving forward to 2024. Look, trying to work with nails, darling, is incredibly difficult when you work in retail. I ripped them suckers off so bad last night. I nearly took the freaking real nails off too. They were lovely, but they were impossible to type with, to grab things with, and to stock shit with. And you try using a fucking steamer with fingernails that long, I tell you. At the end of that shift yesterday. Alright, so group 2, let's stop whistling this C, I guess, in the Winsky. We are doing this, group 2. 2, rose quartz. Let's find out what's on the cards. So a different deck for you. I don't know. I'm thinking I'll have a look-see and let's find a deck. I know just the one actually. All right, guys, for your reading, being the rose quartz cards, I thought these were very appropriate with pink theme. These are the True Tarot. And these, I've had these on my channel now for a couple of years. Beautiful, very square deck, like, you know, with this beautiful dark mauve, but the beautiful pink. I love it. You can tell they're getting a little bit old in age, but hey, they're still rocking the Casbah. So let's find out what's going on for you guys now. So what lessons have we learned from 2023 that can lead into 2024? Messages of high prevalence for the second grouping, the rose quartz. Things to take with us from 2023, and what can we learn from that to move into 2024? For the second grouping, the rose quartz. Second grouping, please, spirits and guides. What messages have we learnt from 2023 for the second grouping? What lessons have we learnt from 2023? Or what experience have we gone through in 2023? Firstly, for the second grouping of the rose quartz stone. Okay. First card out the gate is the Queen of Cups, which is funny because I do believe the first grouping had the King of Cups reverse. So 2023, what lessons did group 2 learn? Wow, that's a lot of lessons. You obviously did not read the assignment. Or you did and you got scared. I'm scared. Oh, wow, that's a lot of lessons. That's 6 cards for lessons. All right, what about what to take in 2024 was what I was about to say, but you know. About how does this equate to 20? Yeah, all right. Well, we've got lots going on here now. We don't need any more of that. Oh, boy. Oh, shit. Yeah, I can see this is going to need a death stick, that's for sure. Well, we started with the Queen of Cups and we end the whole of 2024 with the King of Cups reverse. There's a lot of cup cards here, guys. Like, just by eye and quick glance, I can see a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like it looked like there was more than 4 in all honesty. How many majors have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me look under the deck before I start counting my Bo Baggins. And yeah, nah, we got 4. We have the signs of Sagittarius, Pisces, Taurus, and Libra. 2 in 2023, 2 in 2024. I've got a bit of a conflicting feeling here. I don't feel comfortable with this. And it might be just the fact that I'm a bit overburdened with a lot of cards here, which I do. I have a lot of cards here. I've got 6 for 2023 and 7 for 2024. So it's a big one. But there's something about this. I'm getting a real uncomfortableness around this reading for some reason. You know what I mean? I feel, I don't know. Death stick, that will solve it, I'm sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, group 2. We start off initially, right, with this Queen of Cups coming for the lessons of 2023 learnt or experienced. I want to say to you in 2023, you were really getting tapped into your creativeness or your intuitiveness, and you're being very gentle. You're a very gentle person. But you need to own it. You need to express and respect it more. Your abilities, your skills, your gifts, your intuitiveness, your creative side, You know, you understand the feelings of others, or somebody in your life understands your feelings. There's a real sense of some sort of understanding here around the feels. You don't want to know or understand the whole picture for reasons of self-preservation, though. I feel like, you know, something was staring you right in the face, but you really didn't want to look at it. It's like, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist kind of situation. But I feel like that's the problem. That's where it all started. From this, if I don't see it, it don't exist kind of shit. Because then we've got second card coming in for 2023. Part of it is Temperance in reverse. This is Sagittarius' major. And this talks about an imbalance, a lack of being able to fuse the elements or the ingredients around you to bring into some sort of balance of fluency. There's lacking impatience here, being very impatient. We can't temper anything. We can't blend it. We can't fuse it. We can't strengthen it either. I feel like this is because you're not embracing these elements of yourself, these perspectives, these gifts, challenges, abilities, whatever, depending on what way you look at it. Every gift can be looked at as a curse. It's all about the perception of the person looking at it. But I feel like there's a real sense of needing to see something. It's like you're seeing it, but you're not acknowledging it. You know, it's like I've got a feeling, or I've got an inkling that this is going to happen, but I don't want to give it any response, because the moment I do that, it's like it's fucking real. And because of that, there's this real imbalance, like between the reality and the knowledge and the, you know, the ignorance, I guess you could say. The next card to come in is the Two of Swords, and this is the decision that you needed to make, which I feel like you may not have, because you were in a crossroad. You may have felt blindsided. You may have just been really conflicted about this, where you couldn't choose a path, but you were standing at the crossroads. There was a decision needing to be made, and you may not have made it. And because of that, that may have resulted in some real pain. 5 of Cups. This is real grief. This is real loss. There's still some potential to move forward, but the problem is you don't see that right now. You are so stuck in a grief-stricken, loss-like energy that you can't find your way through the fog right now in this period. And with that came some realizations that maybe some of the connections you had around you that were very important started to suffer. 10 of Cups reverse. This talks about some disalignment, disagreements, or real splitting from those that you really care about. This could be deciding to leave a relationship. This could be deciding a divorce, you know, break up a family. This could be just not happy with the situation. But I feel like from this, something really made a catalytic component to it which really affected the end of 2023 for you. You may have even felt like you're losing your fucking mind. The moon, Pisces energy. This is the delusionment. This is the obscurity. This is, you know, the darkness that we don't understand. That the recesses of one's mind that, you know, no one quite understands or can accept. It can also be looking at things through a very shadowed perspective, where we don't want to accept or acknowledge things until we're in the thick of it. There's some real sense of unpleasant or tiring dreams here as well. Important, revealing dreams. Poor sleep, though. Intuitive communication with your pets, perhaps getting sucked into negative what-ifs or hearsays or whatever. A need for protection against unwanted thoughts from others. You feel like everyone's like in your head, like, you know. I would suggest to heal with water. Take a swim, have a bath. Sit in a long hot shower. Allow that water to cleanse you. Because I feel like this message here for 2023, although a little scatteredy, speaks about a lack of self-care. We don't care for ourselves when we let our personal hygiene go, or we stop, you know, we put so much effort into other people, places and things and all that shit. And we stop doing the things we need for ourselves. We really are at the detriment of not just not looking our best or feeling our best. It really affects the facilities by which we function. We get so tired, we can't manage. Our mental stability is not so stable. We become erratic, our moods change. It changes a lot of aspects of not just who you are, but the way you manage and cope with life. And I know this from personal experience because I've actually been through this in 2023. I wasn't self-managing myself well, yet I thought I was doing so good with my household and my children's lives because I put them at the forefront. But in doing so, I was not only not helping myself or them. From the outsider's view, it looked like it was a mess. I feel like you guys went through something like that too, kind of, and probably not to that degree or necessarily in that way, but the storyline's still the same. Through us trying to, you know, our creative intuitiveness was a buzz in 2023, group 2. And you may not wanted to acknowledge it. You may have wanted to, you know, something may have came through that you just didn't want to acknowledge. And it brought out this imbalance, which led to a choice needing to be made that you weren't willing to make. And because of this, there was grief, there was loss, there was enforced issues here upon you. And because of that, there was a real separation between the connections or loved ones that you hold nearest and dearest. There was a bit of a splitting of the hair. And because of this, you ended up going to, for lack of better terms, the dark side of the moon. You may have got a little bit lost in that obscurity, in that disillusionment, and you lost your reality's course. Too busy looking up at the sky instead of where you're going. You're tripping all over everything, you know what I mean? But let's look at how this correlates to 2024 for you. My butt's going dead, sorry. I don't like it. Yeah. Oh, this is a mixed bag of what them. So we start off with the Knight of Swords reverse. So this is lacking in action, bravado, movement forward. It's like we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We don't know where we are. We have no compass. We can't find our true north. So we are just going to stop dead center and not move a muscle. Because we don't know where the fuck we are. We don't know where the fuck we're going. We don't know our north to our south to our head to our ass. We are like lost in the dark, trying to feel our way through like a blind person. But we can't. So we just stop. There's no action to be had here. There's no forceful intellectual like mindset that we can click on to get ourselves out of this darkness or this obscurity or this loss. It's like being lost in you know, those hedge mazes, you know, they're like hedges that are cut out and these mazes, and go in one end and try and find your way out the other, and often people just, they go mental in there because they can't find the fucking way out. It's kind of like that actually for you, because next to that Knight of Swords reverse, we have Taurus as major, the Hierophant, but it's inverted. Because of this lack of action or movement or intellectual, knowledge, we're losing faith in other things that we did put our counsel in. This could be a marriage. This could be a counselor. This could be our spiritual priest or our spiritual beliefs. But because we got lost in a time of need, we couldn't move forward during a time of need. This made us starting to question bigger things than just that. Like our beliefs, what we seek counsel in, what we have faith in, what we trust, what is our, we started to doubt that. But we will in 2024 because of a lot of this that's happened in 2023. We then move to the Ten of Wands reverse. We are adrift at the sea and we don't know where we're going. There is a sense of being really lost. I feel like you wish you could go back to simpler times. But we are so overburdened here with things that, we thought were going to be so much more simple and we thought we could release from. But we are stuck in this overburden, carrying too much, being responsible for too much. All I'm hearing is too much. And it's just so tiresome. You're so freaking exhausted. And then with that, we took the realization of the Four of Swords, thank God, that we needed to take a step back, especially in our mental facilities and in our mind. It's taken to coffin, taken to tomb, taken to a place of respite, repose, to replenish, to reset. And I feel like for a while that helped a little. So we travel through 2024 because now we've got the Knight of Cups. From this relaxation, when you come out of that sort of, out of hibernation, you are met with an individual, person, place or thing, that has an invitation, proposal, advancement, or some sort of offering for you. This could be in love, this could be in business, this could be in many different ways an opportunity. But I feel like you're not sure about it. Justice, Libra's major. You're going to do the right thing, the balanced thing, the fair thing, the equilibrium thing. There's no bias, there's no bigotry, there is no severity in judgments here. There is fairness, there is equality. So with this proposal, invitation, whatever, as we head towards the end of 2024, you really take a justified approach to it. A very equal, balanced, very logical, very law-abiding way to look at this proposal. But as we see out 2024, it rears its ugly head again, because now we've got the King of Cups reversed to end out 2024. This is someone that is very crutching on you, or maybe this is you yourself. King of Cups reverse is an individual that doesn't know his head from his ass. He's so emotionally invested and emotionally unstable that he constantly needs reassurance and constantly needs to be explained it. This could be someone that's a little bit jealous sometimes too, because they're just not getting it, This could be a person that needs a bit of reality check. For example, this could be someone that doesn't like the just thing. They want it their way. They want it to fulfill their needs. This is a person I feel that's emotionally spewing all of their shit all over you. And you're just like, whoa, look, I did the fair thing here. I made a fair decision here. And now you're going to be tripping balls all over that? Like, what are you doing? The underlying energy for this, it's like the Page of Swords reverse. Like there's a lack of vigilance here that's going to lead for you to not see something until maybe it's too late. Or you will see it before full damage is done, but you're still going to take a hit from it. And I feel like this is all about some sort of knowledge or something being withheld from you. about a person, place, or thing. So let's recap. From 2023, we really took with us that we should follow our intuitiveness more, become more balanced because we weren't so, and make decisions when we need to. Otherwise, we get enforced grief and loss thrusted upon us, which takes so much longer to heal. With that realization, we realized some of the connections may have suffered through this. And that's when you went into the deep recesses of the dark lair to try and search for maybe some, mental stability or some knowledge or something. But I feel like it didn't really bring out what you were hoping to achieve here. You're still left kind of coming into 24 like, that helped. I'm just as confused as I was before, but now I'm in the dark as well. But when we come into 2024, because of this, you're like, nah, let's just stop. Let's just not go any direction. We don't know where we're going, where our head to our arsehole is, so we're just going to stop. And with that, you then realize maybe the people that you were holding your most trust in, your counsel, your spirituality, your guidance, is letting you down. Or you're not resonating with these ideals, these systems, or this process, people, places, or thing anymore. Because whatever that is that you were holding so near and dear as like your support system or your, you trusted it even more than your own mind, has led to a lot of burdens. It's led to the realization that it wasn't all it was meant to be. It wasn't all that you thought that it would be when you entered into it. And as sure as shit did not reap the reward that you thought it would. And you cannot get these wands off your back. You are so heavily burdened by them. It's not helping. But at least you realize that, because then you go Four of Swords and you take yourself like out of the situation for a while. You get some clarity, you get some perspective, and you get some freaking rest. And then the moment you come back out of that rest and relaxation with a fresh new perspective and a refresh on your face kind of thing, here comes this invitation, this proposal, this offering, this, all coming at you. And you're like, whoa, that's great, but this is a lot. So I'm going to decipher it the best way I can. And the way I know to do that is to use justice. Look at it from a legal perspective, or a fairness, an equality, weigh it up, balance it out, have a good think and feel about it. And you thought you made the best decision you could. But whether this is an outside person or this is how it's reflected all of this experience on you personally, is that King of Cups reverse, which is someone that has now lost control of their emotions. They're emotionally unstable. They may be flying off like 1 minute in a rage, next minute they're in tears. They're all over the shop, sweetheart. They're so inconsistent that you cannot even keep up with it, let alone understand it. So where we started at the beginning, where we had intuition, we had creativity, but we may not be acknowledging it, we end 2024 being so emotionally invested that we can't control our emotions, and we are just, it's out of control. I feel like you've been through some shit in 2023, and you try your best to move into 2024 with that knowledge. You reassess you stop, you go stagnant, you reassess what you were holding as counsel, spirituality, or your marriage. You realize that this was so burdening you. No wonder you're so freaking stressed out. And with that, you took a bit of time out. You reset the buttons. You came back refreshed. But the moment you came back, there's another offering, person, place, thing in your face trying to put shit on you, make you make a decision, or and you're just like, whoa, I just got back. I just refreshed. And you're stressing me all out with this shit. So I'm just going to, let justice decide. Let the fair, impartial, equal thing I'm going to decide on, or let someone else make that decision for me. But with that became a bit of a beast of a realization that this has made either you or someone else very unstable. It's fucked up their emotions. They're all over the shop. Their inconsistency is off the chart. And you don't know what to do about it until maybe it's not necessarily too late, but it's already pretty thick in the fields, because that Page of Swords reverse. This is not being vigilant enough to see the red flags, to see what was going to happen before it happened. You may have caught it and nipped it in the butt before their whole plan, the full damage was done, but damage was still done here. And I feel like it could have been around money because the Seven of Pentacles reverses behind that. Or some sort of asset, stock, housing, job, prospect, something to do with that. Take what you learned in 2023, whether it was little or a lot through this. Learn to trust what you truly believe is worthy of trust. Invest in what you believe is truly worth investing in and is as it says it is. If you get any weird feelings, red flags, whatever, don't ignore them. Acknowledge them. So you don't have to necessarily take yourself completely out of the game because you're spent beyond recognition. If proposals, offerings come like flooding back in at a pace faster than the speed of light to the point where you're getting dizzy when you're sitting down, push the pause button. Say, look, no. Or deviate it to a third party to deal with it like justice, you know. Take it to the courts. Take it to the higher ranking, whether that's in a job, a relationship, whatever. But let it be fair. Some reason want to say this is over custody battle, separation type stuff here, or a real polarization issue between your spiritual beliefs, your marriage, or your work life and your home life. Like it's a mess. Because of this, there is a real element of becoming very emotionally unstable, detached or overly attached to the portions and the things that don't really matter, that aren't really the cornerstone of where we should be focusing our shit on right now. There's a bit of a warning here, I feel, for group 2. Funny you got the rose quartz, because love is great when it's loving, but love can be a monster when it's crutching and just taking everything from you and not giving much in return. It can become very uncomfortable. The lesson to be learned coming out of 2023 to going into 2024 is when you see it, act upon it. Don't ignore it. Two of Swords it. Don't blindside yourself and allow yourself to be hoodwinked. See it for what it is before it happens and make the right appropriate decisions immediately. Don't dilly-dally. Don't wait, and don't ignore. I cannot stress that enough. The ignorance is what's going to really stuff you up. Being blindsided or being rosy-colored glasses syndrome is your biggest enemy right now. Your biggest enemy might be yourself, because you don't want to see it. If you don't see it, it's not real. If you don't acknowledge it, you can't fix it. And then it's going to snowball. It's going to become such a big issue. It's going to pound your 2024. So there's some fluxes through here. It's a little bit of an all over the shop, really. I feel like, well, if this is your story, you'll understand, because I feel like this isn't the first time this cycle's happened to you, and it probably won't be your last. Does it mean, excuse me, sorry. Oh, I'm so tired. Sorry, I apologise. That's very rude. I don't feel the lessons are necessarily lost of the 2023 experience. What I feel is you just didn't want to acknowledge them. But that is the worst thing you can do. Because by not acknowledging, you're kind of allowing it to take free rein and root into every aspect of your life. And by the time you realise it's done that, by God, the weeds are so big you cannot dig them out. The poison will not kill them. And they start to grow into talons that literally can grip and dig their way into every part and portion of your life, especially the things that you thought that was so solid, your belief systems that were so strong. It can start to make you question everything. Maybe it can even break everything too. Be careful. Group 2, that is a little bit of a one, I've got to say. There's more warning than niceties in that, I feel. But if this is your grouping, you'll understand, I think, what I'm trying to say, for lack of better terms. Okay, break time, but it won't be a 3-day break time, or like a 3-minute one. And then we're going to come back and do the next grouping. Just need a minute to reset on that one, because that had some heavy weightedness to it. Real emotional heaviness. Real I wish I had better messages for that grouping because it really is very pained, very hurt, very disappointing. Some of these situations you're going to face throughout the period. Don't give up, don't delay. Things can always be lessons learned, no matter whether they're good, bad or ugly, or what way you look at it. You can always take something positive that you can craft into something beautiful, no matter how ugly and fucked up it is. Trust me. Been there. Let's go to group 3 in a sec. Okay, group 3, that beautiful blue grey stone. We're going to do you now. And I just literally, as I sat my tookie on this chair, had the epiphany of what deck we're going to use for you. I haven't used this one yet, even though it's a new one. That beautiful bone fight, alright. Yeah. Now this is a beautiful fucking deck. But we're going to use it now for group 3. Messages that lessons we should have learned from 2023, but things we need to know for 2024. Important stuff, guys. Group 3, let's go. Now, can I just say before we start the actual reading, this deck is marvelous. You know, I'm a bit of a tattoo lover, but I never knew that such divine artwork of colourful yet toned, like literal art pieces. I love the deck. It is, well, a very squarish sort of big deck. But what I do love is absolute glossness. Like, it is gloss to the max. It's thick. It is gloss to the max. Like, I'm loving this deck. Like, writer, creator, genius. Like, boom, boom. Oh, that 2 of Swords. Like, man, you feel that. Do you feel me on this one? 3 of Swords. 4 of Swords. New deck needs to be like, I've already shuffled it a bit, but some of them are still, as you can tell, the Tower, Temperance. I did find a little imperfection in my Temperance card, which made me a little want to cry. A little bend. Now, I should not complain because this deck was actually sealed. And I found it in a salvo store online. Now, it still cost me a pretty penny, but considering you cannot, like, find this deck easy anymore, and this was a 20... Hang on, let me check. I had the year in my head, and then I just, like, I think it was 2017, 2016, my apologies. 2016 created deck. Pretty damn lucky find. But it's just unfortunate that the one card there, Temperance, just has a little bit of a bend in it. How that's happened, I have no fucking idea. This is my first time using it. It was the first time being used, even though... Yes, so group 3, the beautiful blue grey stone. Messages of things, lessons we've gone through in 2023 and maybe even learnt from or whatever. And shit we need to know going into 2024 because, you know... It's hard enough doing a lesson once. We definitely don't want to do that shit twice. Nah. So let's find out what's on the cards then. Sorry guys, it's about the 4 a.m. mark now. My energy is a little low. But don't think that by any means this will make the reading less potent. It just means I'm going to be talking a little bit slower, which you'll probably all appreciate considering I'm such a fucking loud, fast chatterbox. So... this might make your reading a little bit more manageable. I had a customer come into work yesterday. I love that redheaded girl, that chatterbox. She doesn't shut up. I'm like, whoa, man, I don't work in communications. I work in retail. So, thank you. Is that a compliment or a freaking... I'll take it how I see it. Compliment. Okay. All right. There's a positive and negative in all of us. It's a weird energy I'm feeling, and I can't quite put my finger on what it even is. If it's erratic, it's a lot going on. It's almost bipolar, and I don't mean that to sound offensive, but it's almost bipolaristic is what I'm trying to say. Opposite in nature, forcing like yin and yang, kind of. Actually, yeah, it's very yin and yang. Nervous but excited, but it's like scared but want to do it. It's like adrenaline mixed with like anticipation and fear and irrationality and confusion, but I'm determined and I'm focused. Like, you a Gemini? Like, what the hell? Even Geminis aren't quite that bipolaristic, but the Fool. Okay, we have two slightly bent cards because I've just noticed the Fool has its same imperfection as what that Temperance card has in the exact same spot. It's like someone decided just to bend those few cards out. But that's okay because it does not affect it. The Fool. What does Group 3 need to know about the lessons learned and experienced through 2023 year, please? I didn't want to hit the floor. Let me know if you know much about the creator of this deck, because I am very intrigued. And if they have a spare Fool and Temperance card, because you know how I am, my pedanticness. Something about this. It's a bit strange. I don't know if it's just because it's a new deck and like that. I don't know, man. Something a bit funky Colberdina with this. It's like I feel buzzing and tired, eccentric but underwhelmed. I feel stimulated, but I'm confused. It's so bipolaristic. The energy is like blah, 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 blah. It's all over it. It's all over the shop. Before I even pull the rest of the cards, I'm just going to have a rest for a sec because that's the past energy and I want to get to the futuristic energy, and I feel so erratic, like I can't even tell where I am right now. Kind of like it's going to be hard to decipher this reading. I just bit the inside of my mouth, which don't we love that? Oh, God, that's going to bleed like shit in a minute. All right. So from that, what do we need to know moving into 2024 for the Group 3, the blue grey stone? Maybe it's because it's the stone choice. Like I said, I didn't know what stone that is, what it's called or anything. It's always had me baffled. I've always loved it. I've always been drawn to it. But at the same time, the stone is a very weird stone. It gives me some freaky vibes. So maybe there's something in that. Can anyone tell me what that stone is? As I said, I'm not a gemologist by any chance or means. But I do know energy, and I'm telling you that's some wacky shit. There's too many majors here. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 cards. They're very orderistic cards, but not in the right order. Like, it's just, this is weird, man. I just want to get the cards on the floor now because I'm just like, what the f is this? All right, so from this, what does Group 3 need to know moving into 2024 year? Okay. Oh, Nelly. Oh, they're like actually stuck together. I'm going to take that 6, but I'm not taking that because they are so new they're actually stuck together. So, this would mean they haven't been used. So why the frick are 2 cards actually like bent? If the author's out there, or you know the author, can you like link her into me? Like, like ask her this question and let me know. Because I'm curious. I'm very curious about what the hell. What's the issue here? Like, I'm feeling some freaking weird energy. I'm not understanding why when I'm looking at these card meanings and shit. All right, seeing out 24 is what I was gonna say. Freaking kidding me. I'm gonna say I gotta move around because I can't handle that. Take the deck, Jinxie, you're right. Wow, the art on this is just, it's second to none. Even if you don't like that, you know, that period style, like sailoristic, you know, tattooing, I'm not a big fan of it. Myself, personally. But I love tattoos. Just not particularly that colourful style. But look at this shit. That is the King of Swords there. Like, oh my God, I love it. I just fucking love it. Alright, so let's stop playing with the cards. But I would love to know why the Fool card and the Temperance card, oh, go away, which is the first and last card of this reading, have that imperfection. Jinx, no darling. In the exact same side, in the exact same spot on both cards. See? Like what is that? Let me know. If you know, let me know. Jinx, please settle. What the hell? Just a minute, please. Sorry. We're about to go into your card meetings, but I just wanted to take a quick moment to realise I just checked on my channel because it's been a little bit. 150 subscribers. I finally made it there. Like, and I know a lot of people are probably pissing themselves in their bucket right now, going, "What? You've had a channel for nearly 4 years and you've made 150 subscribers?" Yeah, I'm pretty fucking proud about that. Until you've done it, people, you have no idea how hard it is to do a YouTube channel, how hard it is to build a fan base, and how hard it is to make a brand. Some people have a lot of luck. Others have to fight tooth and nail. But it just makes the rewards so much more enjoyable when you really have to try for it. I'm so happy we made it. Because I never thought I would make it to 150. So there you go. Now let's check this out for 2023. What we should have learned group 3 with this bluey grey stone. Someone let me know, what is this stone? I don't know. Let's start at the beginning where all good stories do start, the fall, which is strange because fall is the 0. It is the start of the story, of the tarot story. The mages are the journey of the fall. I want to explore. Don't want to be tied to, chained to anything. It should not, I don't feel. There's nothing but time and discovery to be had for you at this 2023. It was a time of no commitments or no obligations or no. You could do what you wanted at your own leisure, I guess you could say. But I feel like this period may have gone on too long. Or you may have been in that energy and something didn't change when it should have. Because then we've got the Tower reversed. Tower reversed is that of continued rat and wheel syndrome. No change here, nothing. That's legit. Sorry, I've been, don't ask. Yeah. Seeing ghosties in the cameras. Now, legit, the Tower reverse is really a continuance of that rat and wheel syndrome, the oppression, that these same cycles, no change, no meaningful. I feel like freedom's fun until you want to come home and you can't. It's kind of like when we had that C word a little while back and we went into the lockdown. And some of us got stuck places we didn't want to be, maybe overseas or, foreign country or different person's house or whatever, be as it may. And when these things were enforced, we were stuck in that cycle, in that system. God, thankfully, we were out of there and we've all pretty much forgotten that C word time. But you didn't in 2023. The system or the cycle of freedom you got very sick of. You wanted to come home, or you wanted something to change, or you wanted something to implement, enforce, and it didn't. It just kept going. And it took its toll because we have its third major arcana, third major arcana, and it is the Empress reverse now, Venus energy. You really start to lose not only the love for it, but the beauty, the sight of it all just looked really rather nasty and haggard to you. It lost its potential, it lost its birthing qualities, it de-seeded itself, but more importantly than that, it started to become out of cycle and sequence. And when love is not loving, because Venus can be about love, of course, but she's also the god of war. What do you think love is when it's turned on its head? It becomes warlike, it becomes jealous, it becomes angry. What do you, angry love? No, it looks like angry blood, like you're fiery. There's no beauty, you're disjointed, you're pissed off. Sorry, I got a hair on the gloss or some shit. And then coming in after that, the fourth card is a fourth major. Magician reverse. This is the trickster. This is the cunning one. This is like Loki, L-O-K-I, the god. You know, wanting to just tricky the shit out of everything. You know what I mean? It's all fun and games. It's all stupidity. It's all at someone else's cost. It's all his child's play. Child's play. That's what it is, actually. The Fool, the Tower reverse, the Empress reverse, the Magician. It's child's play. I want to be like the child, the fool, the one that doesn't have the knowledge. And I just want to keep going until I learn everything. Until I don't. Or until I want to change that system. But the system won't change. The system is very much oppressed and continuing. It cannot be changed. And this makes us get a little warish. This makes us get a little bit resentful. It makes us not flourish. And then we get bored and we become the trickster, the little naughty child that always wants to, you know, when they don't get their own way and they crack the tantrum and all four and they throw shit everywhere and you're like, I'm never taking you shopping again. Yeah, like that, but a billion times worse. And on a whole life stage rather than just aisle 4 in the shopping market. But I feel like this really had some repercussions for you. Like this, whether this is you or the way everything's, like it's just like sensory overload for you because of the situation, or man, it made you want to pop your cork off your wine, like poof off your head. Last 2 cards, excuse me. Where's my coffee? Sorry. It's been a while. Yeah, it's cold too, lovely. Iced coffee. I'm sorry. But that, I cannot swallow, and I will not try. So I will apologise, but I definitely am going to spit that shit back in that cup. Okay, let's get on with this so I can get a fresh, whatever. I can't even talk about that. Yuck, that's wretched. Last 2 cards, right, for 2023, what we should be on, is the Nine of Wands reversed with the Ace of Wands. The Nine of Wands reversed is like constant battles, barrages, constantly to fight from this position. I'm getting quite tired of it. But the barrages and the constant bombardment never stops. It's like, when are you going to just give up? Aren't you just getting tired? I am, kind of thing. Like, this dude is like freaking exhausted. And when you back that with the Ace of Wands, it's like, I want that new beginning. I want that new spark. I want that new thing that I can invest my time. Sorry, I hate when it does that. Because I'm stupid. Yeah. I don't like that. I want that. A new beginning. A new desired beginning. Something I can really light a match to and help grow and seed into a desirable, beautiful outcome that has not only potential, but that I want, that I like, that I could live with. I want to make that grow. Now, from that news, what do we take into 2024? I'm going to have to speed this along because the camera's gone flat. Phone, whatever. So into 2024, we have the 6 of Coins, which is Pentacle. Oh, that by what should look so equal and equalified on the outside can be quite not as it seems on the inside. This looks so equal. And things are growing at their own rate. But not everything is as it seems. Sometimes we're feeding things that don't need feeding. Sometimes we are. 6 of Pentacles is that of looking very equal. It's typically a card of balanced out scales with money being divided between the poor. And we're trying to divide here this harvest or this plentifulness, this opportunity, this money, this riches, this materialistic, whatever it is for you. But it's we're doing as fair as we can. but the distribution may be not as equal or as equalified as what it seems on paper or by sight. Nothing can be 100% equal unless you, by the molecular structure, work out what the weight, size, distance, and da-da-da-da-da. Nobody does that shit. We're lucky if we weigh things in this world. But coming from the Six of Coins, there's some sort of equalified, equal dividing of, the harvest or of the, the gains here. Makes real resolution come alive with the Three of Cups, because that is the resolution card. It is not, this is complete and total resolution. This isn't like, yeah, let's get along today and we'll bring all this shit up tomorrow. This is not just wiping the slate clean. This is like the shit never happened. This is completely going from a beginning in a harvest. And this is, again, a card about the harvest and coming in with that celebratory energy of celebration, resolution, solace, the feasting, the partying, the enjoyance. But it doesn't last long. Because coming after that is the Seven of Coins reverse. What seems so plentiful, so rich, so abundant, and so able to sustain us, we quickly realize cannot. The Seven of Pentacles, or coins reversed, speaks of not having enough money, materialistic gains, or wealth or income or asset to sustain your way of living by any means. This may have been money that you put into an interest account that promised you 2%, but we're 10 years in and we've not seen a cent. If anything, has dropped. That should not happen. And that's the feeling with the Seven of Pentacles or coins reversed. This should not be happening. There should be something here and it's just not here. It's not even there. It's not here. It's actually depleting maybe. I've got this depletion feeling here. And then coming in behind that is the Eight of Swords. This is real fear. This is real crisis mode fear. Feel trapped, imprisoned. Can't see, we can't feel, we know there's bad shit out there, we know it's coming to get us, but by God, we don't know when, and that fear, that thought is just enough to freak the out of you. But this is a lot going on up here. Some could be a little bit legitimized, but most is just fear-mongering, or you're putting yourself in a fear-like mindset because you're like, da-da-da-da, all up in your head. Take a breath, take a step back, get some perspective, but more importantly, get reality checked on this fear in your head. Because if you keep going down that path, you could go down like some losing your doogies a little bit and maybe losing sight of the reality and the fear. And that can be very dangerous. That borderline can be mental illness, or it can be just, not good. But I feel like it does right itself before 2024's end, and very well for you. This is all part of the process, people. Because then we have Sagittarius as major, the Temperance card, and this is the balance. This is patience pays off, baby. This is bringing in balance. This is bringing in real tempered energy, strengthen through that meticulous working of like metal, for example. It's fusing all of the elements into a seamlessly divine force to be reckoned with. It is the mind, the body, the soul. It's all in alignment. It's the yin to the yang, the yay to the nay. It is all working seamlessly perfect to create harmoniousness, balance, and insight. An adventure. You're literally drinking your own smarts. This card is a little strange for a Temperance card, though, I must admit. We've got the water going on, we've got the sun. For a second then, it looked like her head's bleeding, she's drinking it. Like, I'm just a little confused as to what I get the analogy of it, but it is like a little bit scary, the way it looks like that. But I do understand the analogy, you're literally drinking your own life force of knowledge to gain insight by it, and means that you could not in any other way. Drinking it straight from the cup is the saying, actually. From one's head to one's cup. Literally. So, yeah. That's where that is. And if you look at the card, there's actually a sign in the back, and it says new and old. If I may just indulge me here. It says new on one side and then old on the other. I love that, because that's exactly what it's about. But taking what we learned from the old 2023 and really making way with it with 2024. But even beyond that point, moving forward into 2025. Man, it seems like this is going to go on forever, this reading. Probably will. The whole underlying current, though, was that Eight of Cups reverse. And this is, you know what you want. You knew long before this reading probably started what you wanted. You had picked your cup. And you made a promise, you made a vow to yourself that you will not give up, not give out, not stop until you obtain this thing you want. Nothing will get in your way, nothing will stop you, nothing will bend, break, or deviate you from your course of your path of your cup. That's your motherfucking cup. And I feel like people throughout 2023, and they probably will continue in 2024, keep trying to tell you, no, bad decision, bad person, bad place, bad thing, bad career, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, nah, I chose that. I know that shit's good. I'm heading towards that Northern Star. I don't give a shit where you say that is. I know, blind faith, I've made my choice. It's not blind faith. You know what choice you've made. You've made it wholeheartedly. You've made it with open mind. But and you won't be talked around or deviated or da-da-da-da-da. So, nah, I got it. I don't know if everyone else is so sold on it, though, as you are, Group 3. So let's recap and rehash. So we had the fall, the beginning of the journey, wanting to learn, wanting to take it all in like a newborn baby child. No responsibilities, no rebellion. Just go off, get into it. And this was fun for a period, but there needed to be a secondary step, and I felt like it went a little bit long in the tooth, that full energy in 2023, because there was just continuance of the same rat and wheel syndrome, the same repetitiveness of this freedom, and you really maybe wanted to settle down or just something else. The Empress reverse, love opposite turns to war. And I feel like during 2023, you warred on pretty hard. You really made your opinions, your thoughts, just the whole view of how you thought it stunk, vocalized and everything. And then the Magician reverse, you started to put it into action, maybe become a bit of a trickster, a bit of a shit stirrer, a bit of a nightmare to others, because you just wanted change. You wanted them to take note, realization, or you just were fucking bored out of your mind that you need something to do. Nine of Wands reverse. Look, these battles do not stop coming. And there's not even enough time for a rest, stop, reprieve, take breath, take heed before it comes again. It's just onslaught on onslaught on onslaught. But there will come a time where this will turn into potential, into a fresh new beginning as you move into 2024. With 2024, hey, it's all equal, it's all shared, it's all divvied up. So who fucking cares? But the Three of Cups says when it's time for harvest, we come together. And I'm hearing that, come together right now. Over me. And I feel like this is sometime in early 2024. So I don't know in your season of the neck of the woods where your harvest is, but there's something going on here that brings everyone together. But right after this very celebratory coming together and, letting all that bad shit go and moving forward, this good energy and happiness and better, there comes a realization that, whoa, our financials, our career, our job, our money, our income, our savings will not, beyond this year, support us. And we're looking at 10-year plans, say, for example. Like, we are way short of the mark of where we should be. And maybe even some monetary has literally depleted or gone missing. We're pissed. This brings in a lot of fear with that Eight of Swords. This really gets you up in your head. You start thinking or fearing all this conspiracy. Maybe you're thinking or fearing even worse than what it is. Maybe you just don't know what's happened here. You try and find the information and it's just all confusion. And that you get some clarification through that, because that is crazy. But you will, with the Temperance. That will bring the balance, bring back the fusion, and bring back the understanding by which you could not see, think, feel, taste, or touch before. And with that comes clarity. And moving into 2025, I feel like it's going to be looking real nice for Group 3. There's going to be a few little things to go through before then. Okay. I need to get a coffee. And we'll come back and do Group 4. Cheers, guys. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful group 4, the Amethyst Stone. Look, this is taking me a week in the running to get this reading done, so there has been days upon days in between each segment. But hey, it's still rolling. So we're going to work out what what lessons we should have learned probably in 2023 as we move on to that 2024. For your grouping, baby, I have an overwhelming urge. That was a bit of a weird one. Overwhelming urge to use this deck. Brand new spanking Game of Thrones. Only pulled it out and used it like for a quick shuffly once. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna hear your reading for what we need to know from 2023 and how that plays out into the flavors of 2024. Ooh, I like it. Group 4, the Amethyst Stone. Whoa, okay. Well, that was a little bit sloppy from my perspective, so we're just gonna like recall that. Recall, rewind, redo. I've got a split in the head. I could just not with work. It's really hot and I just feel like almost menopausal at the moment, which of course I'm not, but I'm sweating like a bush pig. Oh, see, I've just drank my coffee too. Just give me a second, I need water. Whoops, I made a bit of a mess of myself, but you know, oh good lord. Sorry about that, just give me a sec. Just, woo, fix myself up. Oh, sorry about that. Dehydration is a bitch. Alright, just wipe my hands because they're at work now and I don't really want my deck to get wet. My deck to get wet, wet deck. Alright. Are you guys thirsty? Because like I feel like I could drink a river right now. Like I'm just so like puffing and panting it out now. Feel a little bit uneasy, unsure. What does group 4 need to know moving into 2024? What messages? Group 4, the Amethyst for 2024 now. Moving into 2024, what messages does the group 4 really need to know? And what can we tell group 4 in the way of 2024? Group 4, 2024, what's up with that? Alright, yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. You are the key to it all. Anything else for 2024 for group 4? 2024 for group 4. Yeah, I know that. I'm just going to set them to the side for a sec. I feel this weight, like, I don't know if it's anxiety or like, feels so weighed down all of a sudden. I was fine a minute ago before I started this reading, so it's definitely a correlation to this grouping. It's not just like I'm having an off moment. It's something really going on here. Yeah, there's some shit going on here, and it's pretty hardcore. Group 4, Amethyst. Amethyst is a stone of much... Oh, God, guys. I want to kind of say to you guys that you are tired. Maybe your health is feeling a bit depleted or you're exhausted. You could be suffering from headaches or dizzy spells, I want to say, or just like feeling like I was just a moment ago, very dehydrated, very run down, like your head's banging. It almost feels like that pulsating, like you feel the blood, like your blood pumping, you feel that boom, boom, boom in your head. You really need to have some more breaks to combat any negative effects, I feel, which are being detrimental to your spiritual and or physical health. I feel like there is a real depletion of your energy, your zest, you're tired, you're exhausted, and you just feel like shit. It's kind of like waking up feeling hungover when you didn't drink the night before. Like, honestly, it's like, it's shit, mate, shit. All right, group 4, let's keep pushing it, otherwise I'm gonna like flatten out. The whole underlying energy of this period and just the general vibe of what we've had through 2023, but more so going into 2024, is the Empress reverse. Now, this is Venus energy. Now, when she's on her head, you know, we all know Venus as, you know, love. But what a lot of people do forget is she also is representative of war. And when she's inverted, that's what it reminds me of. It's like, if we don't have love, it's the opposite of that. It's war. And this is kind of the sentiment I'm getting with this reading, guys. It's like we wanted love, but instead we got war. We wanted things to see, to take flight, to grow, to be nourished, and to be fertile, but they're not. It's barren, it's seedless, it's not growing, it's not even taking germination. It is completely barren. I feel this overwhelming sense of barrenness, which is not really a word I would usually use very often because it's negative in nature sometimes, but it's how I feel. It's like looking at a desert. There's no water and there's no life. Its ground is cracked and it's all aged and it looks really, rock hard. You couldn't even put a spade through it. And it's like, God, I just want there to be life here. I want there to be growth. I want to nurture something. Not this barren, cracked wasteland, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's the underlying sentiment of this for you. But let's go through and we'll break it down and we'll make something from it. All right, let me get comfy because I'm not. So the lessons we should have learned from 2023, or what starts off with the big one, with the Two of Cups. Now, this is a unionship. In 2023, there was much unionship, a coming together. This could be in business. It usually can relate to love. But there was a contractual agreement here, two coming into it and exiting out as one, a united front. This is a contract, a unionship, an engagement it can refer to, or just the fact that we went in business. We aligned with another party or individual here. And we did so in a very positive light, with a positive vibe, I want to say. Moving from this unionship, we then have the Four of Coins. So with this unionship, there was a sense of needing to hold back monetary. It's like you put up maybe the capital, but you wouldn't put up a cent more, or you weren't willing to invest any more into it in materialistic growth. It's like, yeah, I'll unionship with you, I will unionize with you, but I'm not going to put a cent down on the table. You got to bring it, because I'm not bringing it. Now with that, in 2023, something moved forward, because then we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is having a lot of anxiety, having a lot of worries. But that by which you weren't able to cross or broach before, you are now. You are crossing this river Styx and you are taking these swords with you. So any past experience that may have not been plentiful, or it's not lost here. You're taking that experience and that detriment with you into the future, but it's in positive light, because what you couldn't make work for you before, you couldn't understand, or you couldn't get past or beyond, you are. And at the end of 2023, we have Pisces made to the moon, reversed, which means we know what the deception and delusionment is. We've been through it. We've learnt that lesson. We won't be conned. We won't be lost in the obscure, in the misunderstood, in the dark. You know, we know what that shit's about. Now, from that, what do we learn for 2024? Well, I'm about to bloody tell you. It's a lot. 2024 is going to be hard, because we start off with the 10 of Wands reverse. Look, we are so burdened, though, by maybe this contractual agreement that we went into in 2023. But we can't release these burdens, these wands. We are stuck with them. And we're getting really sick of carrying it. It's like carrying not only my own weight, but everyone else's. Needing to manage, to muster the strength to wave these wands around, and we're just so sick of it. We don't want to have to be the one doing all this all the time. I feel like you've given enough of your energy to it and you want to release it, but you just can't. 2024, then we have the Magician. Mate, you are the Magician. Like, even though you may feel overburdened and you can't release these commitments, or, you know, whatever, we do, however, have the ability to master it. We may not want to, but we can. And you are managing this to beyond defined art, because then we have the Eight of Coins, and I love this, because this is you having not only all the ingredients to make shit happen and make it successful, but you also have the skill to do so. So this is having everything in the element, in the mind, in the matter, in the man or woman, whoever, whatever you identify as, but also having the skill, the talent. You've got both things here in 2024. You've got the mind and the muscle. You've got the idea as well as the ability to create it, and to do so repetitiously. Like you are like bang, 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 baby. Like you just bang it out so damn. No one can hold a candle to you in 2024. No one bloody want to, I tell you. And you're going up. I feel like this is like a corporate ladder. Like you are just going up sky high here in 2024. Because then we have this Knight of Cups. Oh la 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 la. Because this is an invitation, offering, a proposal. And I feel like you will get a proposal here. It can relate to like love, but I feel like this is a proposal in your career sector, because they're seeing you work so hard, you're just managing it all. You may be heavily burdened or whatever, but you know, you're making shit happen. You are working your bum off, and then they're coming to you and they're going, whoa, you're killing it. Here, have this. Take this extra pay rise, or take this corporate position now, because you know you've earned it. And now you're about to be rewarded. So an invitation, an offering, a proposal, and an engagement is the Knight of Cups. Moving from that now, we have the Eight of Swords. I feel like with this proposal though, you do get a little bit worried. You start to feel a little bit imprisoned, or like the commitment may be a little bit great for you to be able to withstand it. It may be taxing your mental abilities, or making you feel a little bit exhausted, a little bit worn out, or you just may not be having faith in yourself. I feel like this is more in the mind than in actual, it's like more, you know, worry of the head. It's not actually an actual crisis mode. Literally, you're just overthinking it or stressing yourself out a little bit too much. You're putting too much weight on yourself. You got this, you know. The last two cards that sort of spilled out together, so I'm just going to have this as a little sidey side. With the Four of Swords reversed with the Seven of Cups reverse. So group 4, you are moving forward, but it's in a very cautionary, very guarded advancement mentally, especially. You're thinking it through, you're being meticulous before actually making action out of it. But you do know what you want with the Seven of Cups reversed. You've picked your cup, you've picked your goal, and you are working to get that. But you're doing so in a very managed, guarded, secured way where no one can hopefully fuck it up for you, in all honesty. And so you can prove to yourself that you've got it. It's like you're keeping your cards very close to your chest while making a little sneaky movements. But you're not being sneaky about it. It's just you got your eyes on the prize, and I think that you don't want anything to F it up, whether that's you or others or whatever, or anyone to take your cookie, basically. And that cookie could refer to a person, place, or thing: business, career, love, family, whatever. I feel like you may have previously, before 2023, had someone take something from you, or you know, take your position at work in your career, or like step on you to get ahead. And you wouldn't do that to someone else, but you don't want that to happen to you again. So you're being very, very guarded with your plan. But you know what you've got a plan, man. You've got it worked out to a fine art, to a T, to. I love this reading, but I feel like because of the amethyst stone, like I said at the beginning, I feel like your stress levels are a bit high. You may be just getting very tired, feeling a bit burnt out. But you're not giving up by any means, and I applaud you for that. It's not easy to do that. The moon just wants to keep showing its face. Get back over there, you naughty little. I feel like I've got to give you something extra here, guys. You know what? I can see my crystal deck here, and it's screaming at me. So I'm going to pull something extra for you. I don't know why. I feel called to. Intuition is saying, yo, 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 pull that. So this is a crystal oracle, you know, crystal cards, referring to stones, messages. So group 4, you get a little sneaky peek bonus. Redski's going to like, why the f is that upside down? Nah. All right, for group 4, the amethyst. See what I mean? And then it just pops out. And this is a stone that I actually have, and I love it. It was on a necklace, actually, that my daughter-in-law got for me. It's beautiful. Rhyolite. God, I can't speak now. And she's falling apart. Lucky there's only one grouping to go. We'll probably do that in another 4 days' time with the way I'm going. So rhyolite's beautiful. Bright pink stone with beautiful black and almost like bluey veins through it, I guess you could say. So that is what I want. All right, guys, listen up. So rhyolite refers to things of achievement, potential, emotional balance, and an open heart. You are well on your way to achieving your heart's desire, so trust and keep an open heart and mind. Life is always full of potential, and you are always on the right track, so do not be discouraged by the recent setbacks you may have experienced. Good Lord, let that resonate. Keep quietly focused on all that which you wish to create and achieve. Enjoy the journey and keep a loving attitude. Have patience and faith, and the universe will help you manifest your dreams. Something wonderful is soon to occur. Trust and keep an open heart and mind. What did I just say? What did I just say? What did I just say? Yeah, well, I can't say it any better than what that just said. Honestly, you are well on your way. Do not lose hope, faith, keep that heart open, because the Four of Coins, which you had, can be also blocking the heart chakra, because we're blocking ourselves so nothing gets in, but nothing can also get out. Keep that in mind, because what we stop from getting out can also stop it from coming in. Don't miss an opportunity, don't waste a minute, and stop stressing yourself out. Go have a tea and a biscuit. Gretzky said you could. Alright, so only the last grouping to go, group 5, and then I'm out of here. Yo. Fifth and final reading for the 2023, what we should have learned, and then advice moving into 2024, the beautiful blue lapis stone, which has that beautiful like goldy like veinage through it. I love it. It is a beautiful gemstone, this one. So group 5, let's find out what's on the cards. Decided to use a different deck again for you guys. It has been used on the channel before. It's been a while though. We love that. Alright, group 5, let's go. Another day has gone by, but we are going to do group 5, that beautiful blue stone. So let's kick it and find out what is coming in for you guys. Lessons we should have learned from 2023 and messages that we need to know moving into 24. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the big red for Redsky. I'd love for you to join me. We will be looking at 2024 predictions coming in soon, as well as other good stuff. All will be revealed soon. So the group 5, the beautiful blue lapis stone, I believe it is. I love that. From messages we should have learned from 2023 and what we need to know moving into the year of 2024. What we need to know and what we should have learned. Any other lessons to be learned from? Yeah, I thought there would be something else to come. Indeed. There's a lot of stuff on your 2023. Now, I want to know about group 5, what they need to know about 2024's year. Whoa, okay, that's like seriously got some 2024 year for group 5. Messages for 2024. Wow. Yeah, big things. From bad will turn to the riches that you seek. But you got to be careful not to get the ego up. For group 5, it's a bit of a different vibe. I've got to be honest. It's like 1 step forward, 5 steps back, 1 step forward, 5 steps back. We're going to lose it all. New year, new perspective, but we're still carrying on a lot of the weight of 2023. We haven't really disassociated ourselves with it or unburdened ourselves from it. We're still very much carrying it. And then we're just getting so like over it, you know what I mean? And then we're pulling back from that, and then from that there's a lesson that's come about that we've not really taken much attention to, or we've been held accountable for something that we didn't feel we were the only one like accountable for. But from that comes a massive change. The whole world shifts, literally. It's very interesting. Let me reiterate and explain it step by step, because I probably just lost you completely. But it's exciting because this is very, very different. So the whole underlying vibe of this period, something that you should really always keep in the back of your mind, is the Four of Cups, because this is the meh card. It's the card of options coming through, but you're not either being ready for them or you're in a state of healing and these are just not worth it, or we're just not ready for it, or we're just being very ignorant to it, or we feel like it's really putting itself in the forefront, like sticking itself in our face, and we're just like, look, I'm just trying to sit here, trying to gather myself here with the Four of Cups, and you're shoving this shit of a cup in my face, and I don't want a cup right now. I just want to right now. Being very unsettled, feeling very like things are being pushed on you. That not only are you not ready for, you may not even want these things right now. Might be feeling a bit hurt right now, or just in a meh sense. Let's look at 2023, the lessons that we really went through and hopefully learnt from, because 2023 year, my God. So we start out here for you guys, group 5, the final grouping, with the Page of Cups reversed. Pages of that, of a skill in the element by which it reflects. The cups is water. When it's inverted is we're having a hard time loving ourselves, and we definitely don't know the skill of loving someone else. We don't want to put our cup, I guess you could say, on the line or gift it. There's much to be learnt here, I feel, because coming in behind that as well is the Ten of Wands. So this is a person that's very young in understanding or in emotional presence within a relationship or even within themselves. And because of this, they really do feel really hard done by, really burdened. Like this is something that really sets them back from everyone else. It puts them at a big disadvantage. It puts them at but I feel like you put this weight more on yourself than what other people put on you. Do you get what, like, this is a very personal, internal vibe with this. It's like you feel too immature or not I don't explain this very well, but not experienced enough to be there in the emotion, in the attachment, understand how a relationship maybe works, or how your own love works, or how it feels to be really truly loved. There's a disassociation kind of thing here, but because of it, you're really hard on yourself. Like you're really, in 2023, you were really burdened by this. You really couldn't, like, but something really did make a change. You found something in 2023 that really changed the game. Taurus is major. The Hierophant, this is spirituality. This is true belief. Or this can also reflect counsel that you really do hold and see in high regard. Can also be marriage. You found belief, hope, understanding in a figment of this Hierophant, whether it's a person, place, or a thing. You bonded to it and binded to it like it was your saving grace. And in a way, I can believe it was. But in this 2023, then came the Two of Pentacles reverse. You really went through a struggle of being able to handle your money matters, or being able to manage the time, the money. It wasn't enough, too much. Like it was disproportionate and not in the right way. And you could not handle the obligations that the world had on you. your life had on you. A true sacrifice had to be made, or some sort of real issue here. Really, there was no other option. From that, though, we learned a lot. The Queen of Cups. We started to become very intuitive. We started to trust in something beyond ourselves. We learned to love ourselves. We learned to sit with our emotions a bit better and be able to be more fluent with that. We started to become more giving of ourselves to others as well, I feel, in 2023 Group 5. You are in a much better place than where you started this year of 2023, which was quite difficult, I want to say. I feel like this is you coming into your own emotions, coming into your sphere of being really giving and really invested into the things that really rang true for you, the things that really resonated for you, that made you feel good and get that gooey inside feeling. But you also found your intuition. You also found your psyche ability, I guess you could say, in a way, your gut feeling, your instinctual intuition. Then a catalyst came through near the end of 2023 that changed everything for you, the King of Swords reverse. This is a masculine energy that is very malicious, cruel, and unjustly malice. They're cutthroat. They're cruel. They're ambitious. But they are raw. They're not come across as the intellectual, stimulating, fact-figure individual. They come across as a absolute mongrel who will release your deepest, darkest secrets in the most conniving, smartest way ever. This king I find the most scary when it's inverted, because he has so much smarts, so much craft, but he does so in almost like a black magic way. His soul is full of jealousy, ego, wrath, gluttony, envy. He embodies all of the sins that we all do indulge in to some degree, and he released these secrets in the most harmful of ways. He scares the fuck out of me, the King of Swords reverse. He always has. The Queen of Swords reverse reminds me, of a cutthroat mother that, will tell all the dirty secrets in the bedroom. But the King of Swords reverse, there's no line of where that stops. He will go after everything you care about, everything you hold dear. He'll get you at your heart and rip it straight out. That's scary. But as 2023 ends, we have the Tower behind him. Because of this individual, this mongrel of a human being that you encounter, I hope you don't embody him. I don't feel it's you. I feel it's someone that comes through. It is a catalyst to an absolute change that no one sees coming and no one can prepare for, but it is needed, and you must accept it. For not only will you have no other choice, it is for your best interest. The Tower, everything that was secure, solid, and the foundation, down beyond the foundation point, is going to fall in 2023. And I feel like this is very much in December, but right near the festive season. I feel for some of you, this could be an ex. Maybe you have kids with them and they're coming up for the holiday period or some shit, and they're going to create a whole bunch of crap for you. And this is just, it's going to be the catalyst for you to have to drop and run and change. Everything changed, postcode change, your name maybe. Something really is just, it's going to break it all. It's going to be the it for you. 2024 though, It's going to start hard because of this with the Nine of Wands. Coming into the 2024, right off that tower, you are going to feel like it's constant having to be on the front foot, waiting for the next battle, for the next bullshit thing to come through that you have to deal with. It's going to feel very onslaughtish and you are freaking exhausted. Take a breather, take heed, take hope, because listen, it is going to get better. Just wait it out a bit, because then we've got the Four of Pentacles reversed. Now, this is you, unfortunately, having to put up some money for something, or being very flux with your money. I feel like you feel like the onslaught's coming, and you just, there's weekends when you just want to let loose, and you are doing so with the pentacle, with your purse, basically. Try not to get too over excessive with this. You know, money is the necessity of the devil. We've all got to have it. We've all got to use it. You know, I'm not going to tell you otherwise. But don't drain yourself or deplete yourself to the point where you're living dollar to dollar. You know what I mean? Or whatever that equates to in Americans. Pence? Dimes? I don't know. Do a conversion calendar somewhere. I don't, calculator. This is what happens when she has a day off. All right, so anyway, Four of Pentacles reverse. So, you know, you're shouting out way too much. But then we come into the Eight of Cups reverse. So this is like you coming to a decision like breaks. Something here makes you stop so fast and realize this is what I want, and I'm not going to stop until I win it, till it's mine. And I don't give a shit what you say, what you do, I want it. But I feel like this is a catalyst for something shocking, because then we have the Justice in reverse coming. So you made a decision to stick with something until full success is obtained, but from this comes a real injustice in 2024. The Justice in reverse is Libra's major. This is unfair. A decision being made towards you which is grossly unfair. It is biasm, it's bigotry, severity and judgment. It's been made an example of, and it's going to cut you very badly. This is rulings not going in your favor. The court system taking rights away from you or holding you accountable from something here. It's going to be ghastly, but it's not going to be the end of the world, because that's why I say this, because the next card to come in is that, the World. So from you making this choice in 2024 and deciding to stick with something until, you know, you hashtag win the shit out of it, a real injustice is brought upon you. A decision, a litigation, I don't know. But when that decision is made against you, that's when this cycle truly finishes. This bad sequence of events, of how this reading starts and how 2023 traveled through to you and how this beginning of 2024 has run. It's finally going to come to its conclusion. It's finally going to have a resolution. And you are finally going to be able to say, yes, like, fuck, that's over. Because it's going to have been a long fucking slog for you. Pardon the French. But it is. And it's not going to come without some pain from this cup, or some real issues moving forward with the Justice in reverse. Whether that means you get a record, or whether that means you have a lot of fines, or whatever that is. But the process by which all of this has been coming to a head is done. And when we came through before with the end of 2024, we talked about the Queen of Cups. Right now in 2024, we're going to talk about the King of Cups. So where you thought you found your most intuitive and sensual self, this time in 2024 is when you truly find it. The King of Cups. This is the one that can give all to any, who prides an emotional attachment that is the right attachment. They love themselves, but they're not over the top. They're suave, they're giving of their time, and they're very invested to the ones that they hold near and dear. The arts, music, or anything artistical could really be taking a front and center pose for you right now. Maybe even going to the theatre or seeing some sort of live performances. I feel like something here really resonates with the soul, and it really brings in some beautiful goodness for you with the sun. This is just having it all, being thankful for life and that things aren't the way they were before, that we've found our place, we've found our peace, we've found our emotional investment here. We've found our true crux of happy, good shit. But the last card is a word of warning to you, Group 5. Because it's the King of Wands reverse. Do not become full of ego. Do not become unthankful or think that you are above it now with all this good that you are receiving from the bad that you were dealt. Don't become unavailable either to those that were there for you during times of toughness, even though now times are good for you. Make sure you make time, make sure you make haste for those people and things you once desired, even though that changed and things aren't maybe as desired now. Don't forget about where your heart truly does lie and the ones that were there for you when you needed them most, even though you may not feel you need them now. I also want to say, don't get jealous. Don't get envious. Don't feel that you can get over wanty, me, I. Because the King of Wands reverse can be a bit of a stuck-up, snobby, entitled prick. This is a masculine that thinks he is it all. And he's got it all. And he's all, I'm better than you. But they can become a little possessive too. And very unavailable when needed. So just remember your roots. Where you were, where you are, and be thankful and not an egotistical prick. Oh dear. Well, what can I say? I'm going to give you guys a crystal card too, because I feel like that will round it out nice. This round of reading, this pick a stone reading, gemstone reading, this has taken me like a week and a half, 2 weeks to do. It's now Sunday night, and I don't know what day it was when I started it. I may have said it at the beginning. I'll know when I edited all this shit together. But I do want to thank you all so very, very much. We do still have the 2024 predictions coming through for the year. Stay tuned for that. So Group 5, okay. Group 5, there you go. All right, and you got a nice gemstone crystal thing. I'm not a gemstoneologist by any means, so don't come for me. Group 5. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You got the crystal Selenite. Telepathy, soul connection, peace, and tranquility. It is possible for you to connect with others energetically on a soul level and infuse them with love and healing. This is telepathic communication in its highest form. Through the formless light of love, it is possible to both send and receive information, provided the information is sought and sent with love. Remember that on a soul level, time and space do not really exist, because all is interconnected and ultimately one. The peace and tranquility you seek can be found by connecting to that ultimate oneness. Go within, for in doing so, you will release that all is external. Nothing is ever lost, and that all is eternally present. I love that. It's really beautiful. So keep that in mind in 2023 as we leave this year, the year of trials, tribulations, and forced change, by which I call it. That's really beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me, Redsky, on another round of Righteous Readings, Raw, Righteous, Real. I hope you really enjoyed. That's really made me a little bit emotional. I hope you enjoyed this gemstone reading, and I hope you were able to take something from this year, 2023, and bring in more blessings and abundance with the information that we now know about 2024. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas and a happy and safe New Year. And I'll see you all in 2024 or 2025. Either. Bye, y'all. See ya.